And we're live. It's David K. Gyro. This is the Dave K. Show, and with me I have my beautiful co-host, Miss Cassie Lynn.
Hi, how is everyone?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Cassie?
How are you? Good.
All right, I am doing great. We're working hard out there. We're making the thing happen. We are transporting patients left and right. We're on the front lines of the coronavirus, but so far we're holding up pretty good.
Yes, they say that y'all need to eat well and exercise. So hopefully you're doing that. Getting some
Yes,
rest.
I'm taking care of myself as best as I can, to be honest with you. But the hours are long, no matter what. But guess what? This is what we signed up for,
That's right.
This is what we signed up for. I'm not gonna lie to you. We're gonna talk about this a little bit later. But I had a few moments in my life, professionally speaking, where I wanted to give up. I wanted to throw the towel in. But I was reminded, I'm in it for the long haul. Times get tough sometimes. Katrina, we had Gustav, we had all of these
yeah.
things that I stuck through in the past. I'm gonna stick through this
That's
in the
right.
future. So.
That shows your dedication. for
All I
sure.
got to say is bring it on, baby.
Yep.
Bring it on.
Dedication.
That's all I got to
That's
say.
it.
All right, so great. So we have some really exciting news, right? We have a billboard up. Tell people a little bit about the billboard, Cass.
Yes, we sure do. We have our new billboard. It's on Hospital Road. It's on the digital billboard, of course. It's on what side is it?
It's facing the north side, actually.
The north side.
Yes,
You can
so
see our photo and our channel and everything. So please like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would greatly appreciate it.
absolutely. And if you're at the McDonald's drive-through, then about once every 5 or 6 seconds, you'll
You
see
get to
Dave K.
see
Show. That's
us.
right. Order a Big Mac, and you can see Dave K. That's right, and Cassie Lynn.
Yes.
All right, so Cass, before we go any further, I do have to tell people that we're broadcasting from the historic Julian Partridge Art Center and Museum off the banks of beautiful Falls River in New Roads, Louisiana.
Yes.
So we have two very important co-sponsors that always help us out. And who are they, Cass?
One of them is don't forget to check out Point Capee's online news and information hub, PointCapeeReporter.com, which features links to area media articles about Point Capee. Dial them up on the web at PointCapeeReporter.com.
And while we're talking about Point Capee Reporter, people can see it on the screen right here. What are
Yes.
some highlights on here? What we got going on here?
We have a message from Point Capee, the mayor.
Which we play on that video shortly, right?
Right.
Dated April the 10th, which is yesterday, right? Yes, okay. And who else? What we got on here?
We have, let's see. It's kind of scrolling slow, but we had the COVID news conference from Baton Rouge.
Yes, exactly. And
the
some more
COVID
stats.
cases increased to 19,253 statewide, 38 cases, 2 deaths in Point Capee.
That's correct. Yes, of course, we
Yeah.
always say those numbers underreported. And so you can scroll on, and if you keep going down further enough, you will see the Dave K. Show on the right-hand side down there to get your Dave K. Show, episodes and everything going.
Absolutely.
So great. So PointCapeeReporter.com. Don't miss them.
And then we also have the Point Capee banner, which has been around since the 1880s. And this is the best way if you do not like to read your news on your phone and have the people interrupt you with text messages and things like that. Good hard
That's
copy
a
in
good
your
idea,
hand.
right.
Turn the phone off and just have yourself a good time reading it. They have everything you need to know about Point Capee. It comes out every Thursday. Make sure you check it out.
Yes,
They're awesome.
Yes, so Brett, let me feel that paper. It's hot off the press. It's still
Yes,
warm,
it
y'all.
is, it is.
So that came out yesterday, and you have plenty of time while you're in quarantine to read the paper.
Read it, and then you can go back to it, and you know exactly where it is. You don't have to worry about, I forgot where that was. So
Exactly, right.
That's very important.
So hats off to John DuPont and all the
Thank
the
y'all.
crew over there at Point Capee Banner. They're doing a great
Absolutely.
job.
Great job.
Yes, indeed. Sounds great. So we're going to go to commercial break. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Look, tell a friend to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel that we're on right now. We're going to be on the YouTube channel, link to our Facebook page for the next probably month or so. Tell people to like and subscribe our channel. We want to get our numbers up, okay? So,
yes, please do.
yeah, so we're going to
We
leave
would
you.
greatly appreciate it.
Yes, we're going to leave you for our commercial break with Mia Kiley.
This song
So-
has just went up, just phenomenal. It's
Yes.
just exploded.
She's hitting at almost,
Yeah.
70,000 views right now. So Mia Kiley wrote what should be like the national graduation song for
It's
2020.
beautiful.
So we're going to go through that and a couple of little promos. We're going to be back after this break. So we'll see you on the other side.
Alrighty. Stay tuned.
Graduation day seems so far away, it's true. Who knew that cities would be locked out and people would be shocked how a virus became a tyrant? All my high school years are gone to This is for the class of 2020. So in my house I'll stay, dreaming about graduation day in quarantine. Feels like a bad dream. Wish I was stressing about final exams. Instead I'd be stressing about living this damn crisis. Coronavirus. All my high school years are gone to waste. Will I get a chance to walk that stage? Promise cancelled, I just can't believe. This is for the class of 2020. Coronavirus won't make us silent. Let's come together with love and kindness. Coronavirus can keep us silent. Let's come together, defeat this virus. All my high school years are here to stay. I will get a chance to walk that stage. Promise cancelled, but I still believe in the strongest class of 2020.
Hi, it's Cassie Lynn from The Dave K Show. From our family to yours, we would like to wish you a happy Easter. I know that these are trying times right now for everyone, but remember, He is the reason for the season. So please, tune in, like, and share The Dave K Show. Beautiful
Yes,
soul.
she does. Mia Kiley's always been had a positive attitude, and
Yes.
it's just incredible.
She's got an amazing voice. Oh,
Yes.
I can't sing, but man, she is a voice of angel.
Right. Yes, that is great. And so, of course, we want to wish everybody a happy Easter, right?
Yes, happy Easter, everyone. And you know the reason for the season, and I hope everybody has a safe and enjoy one.
That's exactly right. So we want to give a few resources out, and before we do that, I want to check that volume out there. Grant, it's kind of loud. We can hear it echoing up in here. Close that door or whatever. But we want to go to Major Tebow, who is our parish president for Point Copee Parish. He's going to give us an update that he did yesterday, and it's a short little update, and it's going to kind of tell people what the new guidelines for living in Point Copee Parish. And I have to preface it by saying these are suggested guidelines. There is a big controversy going on about our constitutional amendments and everything. And really what the government is doing right now as a whole is they're strongly suggesting that we do these things, right?
Right.
Right. And I think you should heed the government when they strongly suggest these things, do them.
Yes, I agree.
Now's not the time to exert your constitutional rights because this is going to pass over pretty soon. And we know there are ramifications of things that could be, which is probably true and everything. But
Right.
priority right now is keeping you and your family
Healthy. And I don't think when it was written for that. I mean, this is under different circumstances. So definitely just keep yourself, your family, and everyone else healthy.
Exactly. So, Grant, why don't you go and take it away? Major Tebow, Parish President of Point Copee, coronavirus update, April 10th.
Yes.
Good afternoon. It's Good Friday, April the 10th, about 1 o'clock. Just wanted to update Point Copee Parish residents on coronavirus in our parish. We were notified at noon that we have 38 cases in the parish, 38 confirmed cases. We were also notified of our second confirmed death in the parish. The coroner also called us this morning. There is another death that should be showing up in the coming days on the state website. So since last Friday and the last week, looking back, we've had a pretty drastic increase in the number of cases. We actually went from 13 cases to 38 cases from last Friday to this Friday. So an increase of 25. It doesn't appear to be out of line with a lot of the rest of the state. Over the next few weeks, I think we're going to continue to see bigger numbers and bigger increases. The good news is that our state officials are seeing projections where there is some light at the end of the tunnel. It's far off, but they can at least see it now, and that's assuming that we continue to do what we have to do: social distance, stay at home, but that light they can start to see it. The reason for the increases is they're testing more people. Also, the backlog of tests looks like they're catching up, and as well as the tests they're coming back quicker. What they don't have an accurate count on is the number of people who are recovering. I can tell you here locally in our parish, several of the first folks who were diagnosed are now clear. They're clear to go back to work. They're clear to go back to normal daily activity. So that is good news in that folks are getting over this and doing better. The other thing that I wanted to mention is don't forget to fill out your census information. You probably got something in the mail about the census. You can also do it on the website. You can also call and do it by phone. Filling out the census is completely important because federal funding and other funds and things that could help provide for our parish are based upon those counts. So make sure you get that done. They look at the numbers, and that determines the amount of money for different programs and whatnot that the parish has provided. And last but not least, I want to wish everybody a happy Easter. I know it's not the Easter that we're used to. We can't get together with family like we normally do in large groups, but it is Easter. It's a great time of year, and just want to hope that each and every one of you have a great Easter. We'll continue to update you and keep you informed. In the meantime, if you have any questions, go to our website, pcparish.org, or give us a call at the office, 638-9556, and we'll get you pointed in the right direction. Stay safe, continue to social distance. Happy Easter. Thank you.
Thank you, Major Tebow, for that update. April 10th. I made a mistake. I said that was done yesterday. That was actually done today. Sorry about that. So,
Thank you for keeping us up to date.
Yes,
Yes,
working nights
and-
has your schedule all screwed up a lot of times.
Absolutely.
So we're going to keep things positive on the Dave K Show, okay? So yeah, there's a lot of negativity going around and everything, but there's always a plan B you got to have. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and I want to thank Stacy Bogg for sending this to me on Instagram. So
I thought that was kind of neat.
yeah,
I
so
like
talk
it.
about what Stacy Bogg was kind of saying. It's a cool
She says
thing.
it's a cool little thing. It said the sun is not canceled, spring is not canceled, relationships aren't canceled, love isn't canceled. Let's see. Kindness isn't canceled, hope isn't canceled, love isn't canceled. So celebration isn't canceled. So remember those things when everything else just seems gloomy. You got some positive things
That's
to look
right.
forward to, you know?
That is
You
exactly
can
right.
especially work on quite a few of those. I know I can.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Well, so the whole country is pretty much quarantined right now. At least they should be, right?
Right.
So what that does is that raises tensions a lot of times in the household, and
Puts a lot of stress on everybody.
It does.
Because, when you're in confined quarters for so long, you tend to kind of bite each other's head off at times, but,
yes, under normal circumstances, we need a
Yeah.
breathing room, right?
Right,
Yeah, no matter how
so-
much you love your spouse or your friends, you got to have some away time, right?
Absolutely.
So this
Just
is-
take time, go to another room, read a book, write. I read a couple little things that you could do. write a letter, which I don't think people do that anymore.
You know, my good friend Amber Lee.
Get a journal.
Yes, my good Amber Lee. She might be watching. She was on the show as a guest host last year, and she said that before this coronavirus hit, she said that she was going to start something and start writing, picking 17 of her friends and start writing handwritten letters to them.
Yeah, and see
How cool is that?
That is pretty cool, and see how many you might could get back.
pen pal.
Yeah, like see how many you could get back, and look forward to something, So I think that's a good thing.
Yes.
And you can express your feelings a lot more, I think, through writing them down.
You really, really can. It's really easy to misread a text message when somebody sends it to us.
Yes, I agree. I get that all the time. They're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh, no, it's not what I
Right.
meant." So
Exactly.
you're just in such a hurry. It types words for you.
Right. Exactly. Spell check. There's no spell checking when you're writing with a pen.
Nope.
So, a lot of times people are saying, so technology is kind of pulling us through the coronavirus because we're using Zoom, we're using FaceTime, we're connecting with our friends through social media and electronic purposes. But it's also bringing us back to way back when we can pull a piece of paper out, we can actually write some stuff down. You can feel somebody's energy in handwriting when you read it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that is really, really cool. We need to try to maybe start doing something like that, right?
Yeah,
So
that would be pretty neat,
we got plenty of time to do stuff.
But if y'all have any questions or comments, or if y'all know any of ideas that y'all are doing to keep y'all's household kind of in check, just please give us a call, area code 225-713-5099, and let us know how you're handling it, or if you have any questions or comments. We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely. And Grant, if you have that number up, you can put it on the screen too, so people can kind of look at it. Keep that number on the screen for a little while if you have it pulled up and everything. So we're going to talk about some resources now that we talked about. Some stress. The stress levels are high in a lot of households, and you see all kind of wild stuff going on right now. So I want to talk about some resources that are available that if anybody's watching the show, you may be feeling that you're like, going through a crisis right now and that you just don't know what to do.
Your mental health just is not the same. You're just not thinking, you're kind of you feel stuck maybe.
Right, right. And you must know that this is going to come to an end eventually. And so what you need is, you don't need to go through this alone. You need somebody to help you out.
Yes.
You need a friend, whether that person is somebody that you know or not somebody that you know. So what we want to do is we want to give some resources out right here that Cassie compiled earlier, which I really appreciate that.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, so first of all, let's go over the top resource right now in the state of Louisiana if you need any help or anything.
It's you text 211 and they will text you back and
You call 211, right?
I'm sorry. You call 211. I apologize. You
That's
call
okay.
211 and then you can text message them at 898-211 and they'll be more than happy to text back with you as a friend just to see what's going on. You could stay anonymous if you need to or whatever, just to get it out, to talk to someone if you don't have anybody or somebody that you feel comfortable talking with, around. So
Yes, and we contacted them about 2 or 3 shows ago,
yeah,
didn't
we did, and they were very nice. And we also have the mental health resources. That's for Louisiana. It's 1-866-310-7977.
Yes.
Yes. And that's, you can, again, stay anonymous. But we called right before the show. They were very helpful. They asked, was this the number that, we wanted to verify before we gave it to you. So that is a number you could call. And she was very nice and helpful, wasn't she, Dave?
That's called the Keeping Calm Crisis Hotline. Is
Yep,
what it's called. So
Keeping Calm.
That's really, really cool.
And that's what I was reading earlier too about keeping calm. Children tend to follow your reactions and things like that. And it says try to keep your routine as normal as if it was at school. Maybe get up in the morning, have a good breakfast, and do some kind of learning thing. And don't just let this be like a vacation. Keep everything kind of in check and stuff, and it keeps the stress level down for the kids too.
Yes, definitely. That's very, very good, very, very good. So that's a resource right there for mental health. And so also, let's get down to a state and local level on different terms right here. If you just want simple information about what's going on a state or local level. So first of all, we have our state text that we can do right here to get automatic updates on your phone.
Yeah, it's the state updates for the COVID. Louisiana, the COVID, it's all you have to do is text LA COVID to 67283, and that's
Yes.
all you have to do, and then you will keep up to date. It will be automatically, of course, data and text messages do apply, but it will keep you up to date on if any governmental changes or anything like that. You just text LA COVID to 67283.
Yes, exactly. Sounds great. And so I also opted into this one a couple of days ago. So if you live in East Baton Rouge Parish or if you live in the surrounding parishes, here's another great resource.
Is Red Stick, and you text them at area code 225 is that 29?
That's a 243, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
243-9991, and just text them.
And that's a text Red Stick Ready.
Yeah, text Red Stick Ready.
Yes. And you will immediately get some confirmations and some emails. I'm sorry, some text on that, and which is really, really cool. We had a bad storm system that blew in last night in Baton Rouge, which is pretty quickly moving, so that was great. So also, here's another one right here. I hear that the Louisiana Department of Health is looking for
Some
medical
volunteers
So
of 18 years of older, medical or non-medical. So if you want to help in any kind of way, there's a website that you can go to. They're looking for anyone who is willing to help during this crisis. It's www.lavA.dhh.la.gov.
yes, that sounds
Yeah.
very good. And I think it's 1-866-310 or 312-7977. Sorry about that. We compile this information very quickly to try to get
Yeah,
on air
we
for
did.
you. So what I want to do right now, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but like I said, it's a tough time for everyone, but if you want to make a difference, that's definitely a way to do so.
Absolutely. So what I want to do right now is I want to go into our in-house resident weather expert, Mr. Joe DeGregorio. So he's a good friend of mine. He's very up to date on all the weather happenings. He keeps up to date with the latest forecast models for the weather and everything. He's around the Jennings area, and so he's always sending me a lot of cool updates and everything on what's going on weather-wise. So we have a storm cell coming in this weekend, I think, don't we?
Yeah, on Easter, of course, but
Right.
you know,
Exactly.
I'm not really aware of it, so I can't wait to hear what he has to say. But
Yes, so we're going to call Joe right now, and we're going to let him give us an update on the Baton Rouge area. What should you do to keep safe, and what the latest models are looking at as far as
how long it'll last, and
yes.
what you need to do to prepare for it.
exactly. So let's get Joe on the line right now. And Joe's worked on some films. He's in the film industry too. He's worked on Baywatch as a
Oh,
weather
wow.
advisor. Yes. All right, so here we go.
Oh,
Hey Joe, how you doing?
Hey Joe, how are you?
Dave.
All right, welcome to the Dave K Show. Thanks so much for lending your expert advice for us.
Well, I appreciate it. There's bigger experts than I am, but
Right, but one thing I like about you, Joe, and I put a real big plug in for you, we want to talk about your website and how they can get a hold to you and find out more information about what you're doing. So what I like about you is you keep everybody up to date on your Facebook page, in real time almost, right?
correct.
Yes, so that's
That's when I'm sleeping.
exactly. So that's what we really love about you. We can go to Channel 9, Channel 2, National Weather Service, all these other things and everything. But you have a compassion for South Louisiana weather, and that's what I like about you. You bring a hometown feel to our weather situation.
Right.
I appreciate that. It's a calling, I guess.
Yes, it is.
Anybody that has a special passion in life for whatever it is that they enjoy, they should pursue it. And I have the time necessary to do it. And as long as my health continues, I'm going to keep doing it.
Yes, we sure
Aw,
appreciate
such
that.
a blessing. Thank you.
It is. It's a much needed service too. People take advantage of our weather people. They just don't realize, what it takes to pull a weather forecast together. It's absolutely incredible, even on your level.
Yeah, and you know that I've worked in the film industry.
Yes.
As on location weather consultant, meteorologist capacity, and there's still people from that industry that still call me for guidance, and that's to me that complements what I do,
Yes.
and lets me know that I'm still doing it right.
Yes,
So,
give you some credibility. I think I heard you worked on Baywatch when it came down.
That and The Magnificent Seven, which was
Ah.
filmed almost entirely in Louisiana, with the exception of about 2 weeks worth, which was done over in Santa Fe, New Mexico area. Baywatch was in Boca Raton and Miami, Florida, and then went to Savannah, Georgia for the final 2.5 months of filming.
That's incredible, man. Well, congratulations on that, and well done. So,
Yes.
let's talk about that a little bit before we go any further. So, why are your services needed for the film industry?
A lot of it has to do with weather safety, but it's also for the weather insurance package. It's specifically, there's basically two large companies that cater specifically to the entertainment industry for all of their insurance needs, and the weather insurance was a new thing that they were doing, and finding somebody that was qualified and had the time to go on location, that was a big problem for them, and a local well-known meteorologist in Baton Rouge, I won't mention his name, but everybody knows him and loves him. They approached him, and of course, he couldn't do it. Contractual requirements with their
Right.
TV station, what have you, and he referred them to me.
Wow.
And
Wow, that's
the rest is
great.
history.
Yes, that's some great. I know who you're talking about, and that's about as best of a reference you're going to get in the meteorological arena in Louisiana.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, and I can tell you that the entertainment industry, they're really peculiar about who they bring on, and really picky about the people that they have to deal with. And once I started talking to these people, the first go-round, we had a 20-minute conference call with the executives from Viacom and Fox and Sony in California, the insurance company also there in Los Angeles, and the local production executive producer and producers. It was a done deal. So
That says a lot about you.
they had heard all they
yeah.
needed to hear, and that kind of throwing me into the film industry for the first time was not knowing what to expect was kind of like a culture shock. But
Right.
after a few weeks, I got the hang of it, and now it's second nature. And I still do some stuff remotely from here that I don't even mention. And I put some of the jobs on IMDb, but for the most part, I keep it low key, and just I keep doing my thing.
Right. Sounds great. So what I want to do is I want to put a plug. We have a lower third on with your name and everything. Can you give us some contact information, website, Facebook, or whatever? How can people get in contact with you?
Okay, Facebook, the website is K3R7WX.com,
Okay.
and that covers basically all of South Louisiana.
Watch that lower third on there, Grant. Watch that lower third. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The two Facebook pages for social media is Southeast Louisiana Storm Spotters, which was my original and main page and the largest following. SELAWX. If you search that, you'll find it. Most everybody around Southeast Louisiana has heard of it in some form or another. And then Jeff Davis Parish Weather, which is where I am here in the southwest part of the state since the 2016 flood. So,
Wow.
I maintain both. I have a helper on Southeast Louisiana Storm Spotters, Justin Bright. He tries to cover for me when I'm not around or not able to post. And so that's basically, and I can be reached through direct message on any of those two pages.
Okay. Well, sounds
Awesome.
great.
That sounds great.
And you're also taking donations for your hard work that you put in too. So if everybody out there that's listening, go to Joe's any one of his contact pages and don't leave a little something, donate, because he's doing a lot the work behind
Yes,
the
he
scenes.
is.
Yes, he is. Well, that sounds great,
Yeah,
Joe. So
and I started a Patreon at the request of a number of the followers, and I really don't like doing a whole lot of that because despite a lot of people wanting to do something, wanting it doesn't really get a lot of help. A lot of that actually, go forth and actually help out.
Right.
And all of my expenses are, out of pocket, with the exception of, what little bit of donations come through.
Right. We really
And I apply
appreciate
them,
that.
to whatever is needed.
It's your
Website
passion.
hosting,
Yeah.
domain renewals, the subscription software for the weather software I use and such. So, that adds up, and anything to help offset, is so much better.
Yes.
Fixed limited income is a pain, but it is what it is.
Yes, and your time is valuable too. It's probably the most valuable thing you had mentioned is your time. Your time is
yes,
very
valuable.
Yes, that is great. Well, so Joe, why don't you go ahead and give us an update for the weekend forecast for the Baton Rouge and surrounding areas?
Okay. As of now, I've been looking at the new model runs that they haven't completely resolved. So I'm basically going off the 18 Zulu, which was the previous runs. But the latest runs continue to indicate the potential for some severe weather. Most everybody's aware of exactly what type of severe weather is possible. Strong EF2 plus tornadoes, potentially long track, which means they'll cover or stay on the ground for a very long period of duration, potentially 10, 15 miles, 20 miles. Hail is not so much of a threat, but we could see some up to 2 inches, and then damaging winds in excess of 75 miles per hour.
75.
Wow.
Is that close to like low category hurricane? Jeez.
That means we need to tie stuff down then.
And again, I need to reiterate that not everybody's going to see severe weather. What we're not going to see is your standard squall line, per se, where you see that dark red line stretching from north to south, moving southeast across the state. We're not going to see a solid squall line like that. What we're going to see is basically waves of clusters of thunderstorms and isolated to scattered discrete storms, which would be your supercells. And that's out ahead of the main frontal boundary, if you will. And those are potentially the most dangerous because they're in the more heavily sheared environment with most instability. Not to take away from the frontal boundary itself, but these storm clusters, if anything decides to spin up in those, they're potentially going to be rain wrapped. You're not going to see them until it's too late. So if a warning is issued for your location, move to your interior safe spot as quickly as possible. Don't be embarrassed about it. Go.
Right. So people should just take precaution as soon as they hear whatever is in their area. They should go ahead and prepare immediately, right?
Correct. And another thing, and I meant to mention this to Steve during his live cast, but I missed it. I was doing his other thing. These storms are going to be moving to the northeast at upwards of 40, 45, maybe 50 miles per hour. So the warning time between the time the warning is issued and the distance that storm has traveled during that interim means that you're going to have a whole lot less time to react when you do get the warning. So, again, you need to stay weather aware as best you can. And, if the warning is issued for your area, even a severe thunderstorm warning, these storms will go severe before they go tornado warned. And more often than not, they're going to run up going tornado warned during the process. So, the severe thunderstorm warning is phase 1. Phase 2 is your tornado warning. And with the amount of shear that's going to be in the atmosphere, these things are going to spin up fast.
Very interesting. So what we did was while you're talking, Joe, we pulled up in telecast. I don't know if that's like the best model to look at and play the animation, but everything seems to be clear as of now. I don't see anything creeping in.
Yeah, as far as today and tonight, we're all clear. The cold front, or cool front, if you will, that pushed through yesterday, that brought all the severe weather, that's going to lift back north as a warm front, and probably along the I-10, I-12 corridor, sometime around lunchtime tomorrow, it should be moving through from a line from Slidell, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, and Lake Charles, along that I-10, I-12 corridor. And that'll bring with it showers and thunderstorms, mainly not severe through southeast Louisiana, and here in southwest Louisiana, we could potentially see some active weather, severe weather, although it's not that big of a risk per se.
I got you. Is this going to move out pretty quickly?
Tomorrow, the warm front will lift up pretty quickly, just scattered storm clusters and thunderstorms and showers. Now, Sunday, I expect anytime after noon, we'll start seeing these isolated storms start to develop, much like we see in the summertime, which are popcorn thunderstorms, or your pop-up type thunderstorms, where all of a sudden you'll start seeing them dot up on radar really quick. This is kind of like that scenario, but these are going to be racing off to the north, and instead of more stationary like in the summertime, and those are going to progressively get stronger and cover more area as the day progresses on Sunday.
Okay.
And potentially from 2 to 5 p.m. in the afternoon, Sunday afternoon, is going to be the primary time that people really need to be aware, and this stuff comes through.
2 to 5.
From 2 to 5. No Easter coming in, huh?
Once the frontal boundary passes the severe threat, and from west to east, Baton Rouge, probably 3 o'clock or so, give or take an hour, you should be out of it, and then New Orleans a couple hours later.
Excellent. All right, so one last thing before we let you go, Joe, and I sure appreciate your expertise and everything on the show.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So how's this going to affect the corona quarantine thing? All the all the bad weather and everything. So people need to be staying home. In my opinion, Sunday for church and maybe watching the services online. But how's this going to affect people? You think?
Well, stress levels can certainly go up. It has from what I've seen from the awareness of the event thus far, being raised. So, people are already on edge having to stay at home. But this is a good thing because people won't be out on the roads when this comes through. And
yes, that's a good thing
about
about it.
homes, which is much safer than being in a vehicle.
Yes,
and,
definitely.
on the roads down here, you don't have escape paths to run from these. You're stuck in traffic on the interstate or red light, and a tornado comes through, that's a problem. With people at home or essential workers at their place of work, you can shelter in place. And whether it be an interior closet or, a reinforced safe spot in your home, some people have those, or at work, on the lowest level. So, in a way, that's a good thing. The bad thing is if we have a lot of storm damage, and God forbid we have a lot of casualties, that's going to overwhelm the healthcare system, the hospitals. There's already a big drain on the system as it is now, and all we can do at this point is hope for the best.
Right.
Yes, well, definitely. Okay, well, Joe, that's going to wrap it up for the weather forecast. I really appreciate that.
Thank you so much. We appreciate all the hard work you do. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all, and I'll talk to you again soon.
All right, sounds great. Will you come back on the show later on and give us some more updates?
All righty. Take care.
Okay, Dave, not a problem.
Happy Easter to you.
Happy Easter to you guys, too.
All right, thanks a lot, Joe. See you later.
All righty. Bye-bye.
All right, thanks,
Man,
Joe.
he knows his weather.
He does. And he just got started. We had to slow him down, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Joe DeGregorio, back the video up and look at all the different resources he has available for you. Excellent hometown weatherman. So that sounds great. So, Neo, can you pull up the latest stats for Louisiana and see where we stand for the Department of Health? And let's see where we go on that. As of this, I guess would be as of April the 10th today, right? Mm-hmm. So what do we got here, Cass?
We got 19,253 cases reported, 755 deaths reported, 2,054 reported cases. I can't even see the rest of it, but it's 63 out of 64 parishes of reported cases. And what is the only parish that is not?
Tensall Parish.
Tensall Parish.
Yep. He's scrolling in right there. There it is on the upper.
Yep.
So probably has to do with being a rural parish. Not
Yeah,
much going
maybe
on over there.
so.
But even though they're saying 63 out of 64, I promise you, somebody in Tensall has coronavirus. I promise
Yeah,
you.
they may not know it yet or whatever.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Or they may have had it and their body dealt with it and they're
And they were fine
exactly.
because there's more people that do make it through than not. So.
Yes. So that is great. So thanks so much for that, Neil. And let's see what we got coming up right here. So once again, give a call out to call in
Yeah,
right here.
just give us a call if you have any opinions or if you want to talk to us about something, give us some ideas about what you're doing to deal with the coronavirus or anything else or anything that you might want to hear. Give us a call, area code 225-713-5099. We'd love to hear from you. And remember to
Absolutely.
like and share on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube.
Absolutely. All right. So, as we go forward from this point on, I hear that it was Governor John Bell Edwards said that they're going to increase the quarantine time for another month. I think it was.
I think that's what he said, to the end of the month.
Exactly. So once again, just listen to what the government officials are saying, and we understand that you have your rights and everything. We just try to help us get through this whole situation like we're going. So we do understand that the government is inflating the numbers. That's been proven time and time again and everything, and it's not nearly as bad as what they want us to believe. But let's don't get it that bad. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it at a low level. All right. So the question goes is like, okay, so who is prone to the coronavirus, right? So who are the ones that are getting it the most, I guess you could say. So Neil has some great stats from the Louisiana Department of Health's website. So pull that up, Grant, and let's see what we got right here. And hit a Control Plus to zoom in on that a little bit more. Or Command Plus, I'm sorry, Command Plus. There we go. So as you see right here, additional data on COVID-19 deaths in Louisiana. So the black population has a 70.5% rate of getting, these are deaths right here, right? Yeah, these are deaths. And disproportionately high is what it looks like. Whites, 28.61. And the lowest ones would be what? The Asians or the, right. And where does Hispanics go into this right here? Let's see.
They're at 2.0 and non-Hispanic Latinos at 98%.
Yeah, that's everybody else combined. So I don't know what the Hispanic Latinos are doing right, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it's what they're eating, what they're doing, how they're conducting themselves, whatever.
Yes.
Now, go back, Grant, one more time to the graphic. So as you can see here, underlying conditions plays a major, major role. Rather you heal up and you can get rid of this thing, right?
Right.
What is the major risk factor that we're looking at right here for underlying conditions? That would be hypertension, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, high blood pressure followed by diabetes.
Diabetes and obesity, chronic kidney disease.
Right. So when you hear a lot of people dying or getting extremely sick from the coronavirus, they have these, most likely they have these underlying conditions and everything. And
Already in place.
so, right. So just, watch the numbers and everything. So, because those numbers are skewed too, because if somebody dies from a gunshot wound and they have the coronavirus, they're going to say they died of the coronavirus, So that's just something you got to be mindful of.
Mindful of, yeah, exactly.
All righty.
Know the facts.
That's right. Know the facts. That is for sure. All righty. So let's see right here. We have a few more little tips we're going to go through, and we're going to shut her down and give a let's see here. Give a call in, shout out one more time right
Yeah,
here.
if y'all want to call us and talk to us about something that you have to say or that you just want to make a comment on, you could dial us up at 225-713-5099.
Absolutely. And that goes for if we're on air or off the air.
Right, just anytime.
Yes,
just
call
write
and
your
leave a
questions
message.
down, leave a message. Somebody's mostly here at the studio. Leave a voicemail, and we will answer your questions back on the air.
Absolutely. All right. So let's go to a commercial break. Grant, do you have any promos queued up? Pull us up a few Dave K promos to keep watching Dave K Show. We're going to be back on our closing segment on the other side of this break.
Stay tuned. Hi, everyone. This is Cassie Lynn from The Dave K Show. Do the 5 to help stop the coronavirus. Wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. Elbow, cough into it. Face, don't touch it. Feet, stay more than 3 feet apart. Feel sick? Stay at home. Keep these tips in mind and stay safe from the Dave K Show. Hello everyone, it's Cassie from the Dave K Show. From our family to yours, here are 3 tips you can follow to keep your family safe. Wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. Please stay home if you're sick. And don't panic. Let's prepare. We're wishing you well and great happiness from the Dave K Show. $763 cases reported, 20 deaths reported, tests completed 1,294, tests reported to state 2008, 35 out of 64 parishes with confirmed cases. Can this get any worse? I'm calling Dave.
Hey, Cass, what's up?
Hey Dave, have you seen the latest reports on the coronavirus? I'm starting to get worried.
Yeah, I know. We got to get a plan in action.
I know. If you want to stay okay, tune in and watch Dave K.
What was every day for Dave K
Those
Show?
were a lot of fun.
Yes, we got
I
plenty
can't
more
wait
to
for our
come.
new ones to come out.
Yes.
Yay.
We're working on a great opening for you coming up pretty soon. It's going to be about a 15, 20-second opening, so that's going to be our little flagship opening for the Dave K Show and a little
Yes.
ending, so it's going to be really cool.
Yes, it's going to be really neat.
And I want to put a little shout out before we leave is like everybody that's watching right now, tell a friend, tell somebody that you know. We're just getting started with the Dave K Show, and so our resources are kind of tight right now, but little by little as we get resources and funding and we get ideas and people to help us out, we're growing slowly but surely.
Oh, yes.
And yes, we want to bring a high quality show to you guys, and so we're just in our very beginning stages right now.
Oh, this is just the beginning.
Yes, it is. Right. So we
Yes.
want you to come join us to be part of the Dave K Show team, and you can do that by being a sponsor. You can do that by being a viewer, a watcher, and you can do that by being an evangelist, so to speak, to say, hey, go watch the Dave K Show.
Yeah, check us out, like us, share us, especially subscribe us on YouTube. We would love it. Yes.
Absolutely, like and
please.
subscribe. So Cassie has some great ideas about doing some fundraisers where it can help you out and it can help us out and everything. So do you want to tell people maybe about some ideas that we have for fundraisers coming up, or you want to hold that off to a little bit later?
We
Just whatever you wanna do?
I think we should surprise them, but keep watching because it's going to be good and it's going to be worth it. So I think you should tell more people about it because I think they're going to be interested in it also. So please, please tell someone because you'll be surprised how fun this is going to be, huh, Dave?
And yes, and I will go ahead and go a little bit, one step further without giving too much information. But I'm going to say you, as a viewer, we're actually going to come out ahead. You can maybe profit a little bit, and you might come with a little something with you after watching Dave K Show, right?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, I ain't
So,
saying no more.
No
Zip.
more. No
That's
more.
it. That's right. So good stuff to come. So we're going to shut it down right here. So thanks so much, Joe DeGregorio, for calling in. He's going to be
Yes.
our in-house weather meteorologist.
Expert, thank you.
And do you have anything that you want to go over, Cass, before we leave?
I just want to tell everyone have a blessed and happy Easter and be safe out there and many blessings and wishes to your family and safe and hope you have a great one.
Yes, indeed. Okay, with that being said, for Neil Bernard, for Grant Gyro, for Cassie Lynn, and I'm Dave K. Gyro. So glad you joined us on the Dave K. Show. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Happy Easter.
Hi, it's Cassie Lynn from the Dave K Show. From our family to yours, we would like to wish you a happy Easter. I know that these are trying times right now for everyone, but remember, He is the reason for the season. So please, tune in, like, and share the Dave K Show.